everybody, and welcome to Bad Movie Brothers. I'm Eric.
I'm Chad.
And we watched Cohen and Tate.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. It's not what I thought it was going to be, but that's what it was.
It's also not what I thought it was going to be. What did you think it was going to be?
I thought it was going to be a buddy cop movie where it's a guy that's the cop, that's Cohen,
Yeah.
and then Tate is the dog.
Sure.
The cop dog.
Sure. I knew a little bit more about the movie going in because I had bought the videotape.
Sure, there it is.
But what I had thought was that this was that it was a movie about a couple of mob guys who kidnap a kid, and then like Home Alone style shenanigans ensue.
Okay.
It was advertised on the internet as being adapted from that. Do you remember that story? I had to read it in school. I don't know if you did. The Ransom of Red Chief, about some guys that kidnap problem child essentially, and things go wacky.
What year of school was this?
I don't know. Sophomore, maybe?
Then I didn't read it.
Okay, that's fair. Regardless, what we got was a hard-boiled crime thriller.
Very slow paced. Very slow paced.
Very slow. But the vast majority of this movie, this is like a 90-minuter. The vast majority of those 90 minutes take place in a car.
You think they don't think you can hack it anymore, huh?
You want to say that again?
Forget it.
You got it. Hey, all right. Multiple cars. Don't confuse yourself.
That's fair. It is like two cars.
That's right.
But there is a lot of driving in this movie.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Usually, as you know,
yeah,
I speed up the movies.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I only usually speed up to 1.5.
Right.
And that's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
This one was moving so slowly.
Yes.
That I jacked it up to 2 and 2.5, and it still was super slow. And
you could understand what they were saying at 2.5?
Yes, that's how slow it was going.
Now, I have a controversial statement.
Uh-oh.
I kind of liked this movie.
Yeah. Once we got like 30 minutes in, I liked it. But the first 20 minutes is rough.
The beginning of the movie is the roughest part, for sure. So the plot is very much the plot I described at the beginning of the show.
Without shenanigans.
But there are no shenanigans. It's Witness, if Witness wasn't Amish, where a kid has seen a murder.
We think?
Yeah.
The only reason we know anything is because they give us a paragraph at the beginning of the movie.
Right.
I'm supposed to care about everything because of this paragraph? It's terrible. Terrible setup.
Right. Well, the classic bad movie trope of we're going to make you read at the start.
Yeah, instead of giving me 10 seconds of some guy getting shot and the kid being there to witness it.
Right. We're going to tell, don't show.
Right. Stupid.
Now, Witness is, God help me, one of my favorite movies.
Oh, God.
I really like that movie. And in Witness, you see the little Amish boy witness the murder that is the whole impetus for the whole movie.
Sure.
We come into this sucker, as they say, in media res.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. With the murder having already happened and the family having already been whisked into witness protection.
The worst witness protection I've ever seen in my life.
It's pretty bad.
That's not how it works, right? They don't do that. They don't find the only house within 20 miles of anything in the middle of a field and then just surround it with agents outside in the grass. That's not a thing.
Surround is generous.
There's like 4 of them.
And you're right. I was so taken by how this field that they're in is like clear cut.
Right.
that there is no like corn or trees. This is as in the middle of nowhere as you have ever seen.
Yeah.
Weird stuff. Weird and wild stuff.
That's not how it works. It's not how it works.
Well, and we know it's not how it works because the eponymous Cohen and Tate find them pretty quickly.
Where's your phone?
Now,
Yeah.
Had you not seen the box,
Sure.
when these dudes show up and start killing people,
Yeah.
are you thinking to yourself, hey, there's Cohen and Tate? Because I wasn't.
Maybe, but
I
that's
was not.
only because one of them is Roy Scheider. But he
The other guy's
could
somebody, too.
easily have been the non-Cohen and Tate bad guy.
Yeah. I thought they and again, we had the same problem with Boris and Natasha, but you don't name a movie after the bad guys, right?
It's certainly weird, and they are definitely the main characters of this movie.
Yeah.
The kid is not the main character of the movie,
No.
to an almost shocking degree.
And you know what? God bless him, but he did not do a good job.
The kid?
Yeah.
Where are they now?
I don't know. I got away from them. I don't know where they went. I got away.
All right, I'm gonna radio this in.
I thought he was okay.
Ugh.
I'll tell you who did a really bad job. I have to look.
Oh.
FBI Roy.
Fred's outside. He'll look after Travis. Fred, I'm going to have to insist you stay in this room. Please, sit down, sir.
Yeah, jeez. Jeez.
That was some of the worst acting I have ever seen in my life.
Everybody that was an FBI agent or a cop, other than the guy that almost saved the kid that got shot in the head, that cop that got shot in the head,
Yeah.
all the other cops were just the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah, but that cop. So now we're about, I don't know, a third of the way into this movie.
I don't even know.
Yeah. So the kid obviously gets taken by Cohen and Tate. More on that later. He manages to escape Cohen and Tate, manages to secure a police officer, which is about time in one of these movies they get the police involved.
Right.
And the police officer is one of the dumbest police officers imaginable.
Oh, no.
Yes.
State your case.
Counselor,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Mm-hmm.
I submit to you that this police officer, he's driving down the interstate with Travis, is our little boy.
That's his name?
Yeah,
Whatever.
right. And Travis spots the car that Cohen and Tate have been driving. The officer's reaction is not, oh, poop, let's get off of the interstate. It's, oh, I'm going to pull these guys over, and I'm going to try and deal with these mob assassins all by myself. Does not radio it in. He thinks he has it handled. Now, in the movie, what we see is that it was not the assassins. It was somebody else. It was a mistaken identity. A lady buying cat food.
I didn't do anything wrong. Honest, I didn't. I was just getting cat food.
Ma'am. I made a mistake. You can get back in your car and go.
Are you sure?
But had it been the assassins, dude would have been dead.
Now, let me ask you this, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Every child you deal with, you believe 100% of what they say and will react accordingly?
And I am willing to grant you that. However,
especially one that you find wandering around on a busy street?
again, I'm willing to grant you this. However, obviously he takes the kid's word for it because he pulls the car over.
Well, he's got to do that. That's exactly what he's got to do. The thing that you are accusing him of being stupid for is what he has to do.
But there's an Amber Alert out for this kid.
There is not an Amber Alert. That
There's
did not exist.
yeah, I believe before this, Cohen and Tate turn on the radio and they are talking about that this kid has been abducted.
There is a bolo, but that could be anybody.
I am just saying that had I been the cop, I would have just gotten this kid to the police station and dispensed with trying to play vigilante justice. Well, I guess he's not a vigilante.
No, he's not.
He, by
He did his
definition, is
job.
not.
He did his job. Not stupid, did his job.
Still ends up dead.
Yeah, not his fault. Kid's fault.
Well,
Had the kid not freaked out with the wrong car, they would have got to the cop station, most likely.
I'm not sure that I agree with that, but fair enough.
Okay.
All right. Let's get back to that farmhouse.
Ugh.
Fortunately, we're not there very long before Cohen and Tate show up in what has to be one of the best scenes of the whole movie.
Yeah. They destroy everybody within a minute, which is surprising for two gentlemen that we don't know anything about.
Right. And in a scene that feels like it had ought to be the beginning of like the third act of the movie.
Right. There should have been a build up to it.
Right. Like it seems like in a normal movie, we would have seen these dudes hunting this kid and the FBI and his family for like an hour at this point, and then they get him.
Right.
Not
Like,
so in Cohen and Tate.
All we get is that the dad is super stressed out because he smokes a lot.
Sure.
And that's all we get about him.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets taken out.
Yeah.
And then we don't know anything about the mom because she doesn't really say or do anything.
No.
But they also destroy like however many FBI agents there are, like in 2 seconds, without any noise, without anything happening to anybody else. It's crazy. It was too easy for those two gentlemen to do this.
It certainly makes them look like rough customers.
Yeah, but the rest of the movie does not really equate to what they did there.
It does on and off.
Okay.
Cohen in particular has like real flashes of like, oh damn.
We're being paid to do a job. To take this kid back to Houston. And that means all the way back. We're gonna finish the job.
Yeah, he could really do some damage.
Right. So Cohen is Roy Scheider.
Mm-hmm. A professional.
Yes. Tate, more of a loose cannon.
Is a stereotypical psychopath.
Adam Baldwin
Mm.
from Firefly.
Good job.
Thanks. And when they show up in the movie, my thought was that they looked like the Terminator and his lawyer.
Yeah, it was weird.
This movie has, as you would expect for a movie that takes so much time in a car, there is some excellent vehicular mayhem in this movie.
Yeah, sure.
Particularly the ending sequence. And then also, we already talked about that cop. Cohen manages to, while driving the car, lean out the window and pop the cop.
Right.
Right? And then the cop car is out of control. Darned if Cohen doesn't use his car to slow down the cop car.
That's what he's got to do.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Pretty cool sequence.
pretty cool. I mean, that was his only choice. I wish he would have done the old Spinner-Rooney thing that they do,
Right. We get a pretty good spinneroonie, though, at the beginning of that part,
Yeah.
when the kid gets away.
Right.
So when the kid gets away,
Okay.
he's been abducted by Cohen and Tate. They've been driving for at least 10 minutes
Yeah.
of screen time. Right?
2 minutes for me. 2 minutes for me.
Right. 10 for the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid finds a flashlight in the bottom of the car.
Hey, let's talk about the lighting of that scene.
All
when
right.
they're in complete darkness driving.
Yeah.
And this is like what? Early 80s?
88.
Okay, late 80s. But that car they're in is like a late 70s car. I would see.
Sure.
Are there lights inside of that?
Oh, there are lights coming at you from multiple directions inside.
But
that car.
when he sees that flashlight,
Yeah.
the bottom of the car, the floor of the car is lit up like daylight. And it me off so much that I just shook my head.
What did you think was going to happen when he found that flashlight?
I thought he was going to hit somebody in the head with it.
Well, and
Which
you were
he did.
right, as it turned
Which
out.
he did. Yeah. What do you think?
Well, first, I got to say, I was impressed when our child hero straight up clocked a guy with a flashlight.
Now, let's talk about this some more.
Okay, please.
When he hits the guy in the head, when he hits Cohen in the head,
Yeah.
he sells it like he just got destroyed by Arnold Schwarzenegger in the head with his flashlight.
Listen,
If a 10-year-old Max kid hits me in the head with a flashlight, I'm just gonna that's it, and I'm gonna be mad. Like I'm not gonna pass out almost.
Yeah.
And swerve the car. Like
Yeah.
it was too big of a sell.
I don't know. I think this was definitely one of those instances of we've got an actor who's better than the material.
And it was a plastic. It's not like a mag light. If it was a mag light,
I thought it was
fine.
metal at least, though.
Oh, who cares?
But yeah, here's the thing, though. Having seen, a great deal of plucky child movies,
Oh, jeez.
when he found the flashlight, I thought he was going to get clever and like flash like Morse code out of the back of the car or something.
Morse code.
Yeah, like beep, 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 beep. And then there'd be a car behind and they'd be like, Marty, I think this kid's in trouble.
They would have had to hire more people. They're not doing
Well,
that.
that's fair. But I definitely did not expect him to just clock somebody with it.
Now, see, when this happened, I was starting to get mad because the kid was having great success in just messing with Tate, and all I wanted was another 30 minutes straight of him just messing with that guy.
Yeah, Tate. Keep your mouth shut.
What the hell did you just say?
I said,
That's enough.
You hear what that sucker just said to me, huh?
keep your mouth
Hey.
shut.
You shut your face up, boy!
Tate!
Which, fortunately, we got later in the movie because
Later, yeah.
there's not much Home Alone-ness in this.
No.
This kid is maybe scarily good at manipulating people.
Yeah, too good.
Like if Kevin McAllister had spent the movie trying to get inside Daniel Stern's head in Home Alone, that
he was
would
good
be
at
what
it.
he had.
He should have just kept going.
Yeah.
I would have loved it.
Oh,
The whole
'cause
rest of the movie.
Well, and it helps that Cohen and Tate hate each other.
Well, I don't think Tate hates Cohen.
That's
Cohen
fair.
just hates Tate.
But Cohen really hates Tate.
Man, how come you been giving me shit from the minute we left Houston, huh?
Because I don't like you.
Who doesn't? That guy's a crazy, crazy person.
Oh man. Well, I like there's a part early on where Tate's like chewing bubble gum, and Cohen has clearly had enough.
Yeah.
But it's one of those great moments in a movie where the subtext just becomes text, and Cohen is like, "I hate you."
Now let's remind our viewers. This is a person that hits something as he's driving and hopes it's a dog.
Hey, that's the third animal you've hit since we left Houston.
I know I'm on a roll tonight.
Well, how about
Yeah.
How crazy is it when they go through the checkpoint? I thought that was pretty awesome scene.
That's a great scene where they come across a roadblock, and Cohen, Tate's obviously helping, but Cohen
Yes.
pretty much single-handedly manages to take 2 sheriffs hostage, and then turns the whole situation to his advantage. But go on.
They literally hold these deputies' hands and make them walk them to the front of the checkpoint,
Yeah.
to where they then take all the other police officers' weapons, and then they get through the checkpoint, and Cohen says to Tate, take care of it. And I'll be honest with you, I feared the worst for the police officers.
Oh yeah, when I thought he was letting a mad dog loose
Right,
at that
yeah.
point.
Right. Instead, he just somehow manages to blow up the cars in an extreme fashion. Like, I thought we were watching the Blues Brothers at that point. Because it was crazy.
For a movie that takes place so much within cars,
Yeah.
they don't seem to know how cars work.
No, not at all.
Those are some big explosions.
And why Cohen would sick him on that job when he's clearly like a crack shot.
Yeah, yeah.
As you said, he takes down that cop mid-drive.
Yeah.
Later on at the gas station, from like 60 yards away, he takes down the gas attendant.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
Like through a window.
Several windows. Like he shoots through the car, through the window. Why is he sending Tate? Like, that's a poor decision.
Well, and I think you're right. And like that's why I thought then Tate was gonna go just nuts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this is like Cohen's like, now this is when I get my money's worth out of a Tate.
Do the honors.
Oh my gosh. Another scene inside the car, because that's where everything happens.
Sure.
What's the kid's name?
Travis.
Travis is sitting in that back seat,
Yeah.
and somehow the map gets put into the back seat. And instead of like sitting on the map or hiding the map between the seats, which he later does,
Yeah.
he like leans over and starts weirdly gnawing at this map and like eating it, but not eating it. In the worst noises I've ever heard on a movie. And then he does eventually hide the rest of it in between the seats after he's eaten a good chunk, which is making him almost throw up.
Right, and they're like, what's going on back there? But they cannot be bothered to turn their heads.
Yeah, neither one of
45
them will look.
degrees.
Yeah. Oh, the kid's chomping on our map, which is clearly audible to us if we would just listen.
It seemed like at one point he was trying to like use his chin to like get the map down his shirt or
God,
something.
It was awful. Oh.
You all right back there?
Cohen and
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Was this kid worth all of the effort put into saving him? Why not just like a lot happens, like a lot of resources went into this kid.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah.
Good and bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's in part because we don't see the murder.
Right.
And in part because they never make it to their final destination. So we never get to see the mob guys that want to, who I guess want to interrogate. I don't understand why just straight killing him wasn't an option.
It wasn't. Am I wrong? You could show this at this point in time, but I believe the opening paragraph says that they just want to talk to him.
Well, and Cohen restates that repeatedly. Like he talks.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, obviously I think they're going to kill him, but after they've spoken to him.
Why?
That's an excellent question.
Just kill him.
I don't know, because Cohen repeatedly talks about in some other pretty cool parts, because what's cool about Cohen is his professionalism. And he like talks a number of times about we're gonna finish the job.
Other than when he gets basically Stockholm syndrome by the kid.
Well, right.
Not professional, sir.
When the movie turns from Terminator to Terminator 2.
Yeah.
But in any event, Cohen keeps talking about, no, the job is that we bring the kid in. And Tate wants to kill the kid all movie.
Right on, buddy. Do it.
Yeah, and I don't want to agree with Tate.
Uh-oh.
But yeah.
Yeah, right. What's he going to tell you? What's the point? He's going to tell you who killed the person? You already know. You guys did it.
Right. Is the mob also curious?
Yeah, well, what's going on?
It's weird because it doesn't seem like that what they want, like what the kid is wanted by the FBI for or whatever, is because he knows where like some money is or where a body is.
Right. He just saw something.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Because it doesn't seem like the likely outcome is that the cops or the mob is going to get him and convince him not to testify.
My point is, the entire premise
Yes.
is flawed.
Well, yeah, I agree.
So my question, what's the point?
We're taking you back to some people in Houston who want to talk to you.
Those people in Houston, are they gonna kill me?
They want to talk to you.
Are they gonna kill me?
Probably yes.
Where do you rank this one?
Amongst movies that we have done,
Yeah.
honestly, very high.
Really?
Yes, because I did think, like, I agree with everything you're saying. Obviously, I had problems with this movie as well. But I liked, if I had to say whether I liked it or didn't like it, I would say I liked it. And I would say that it is the most consistent movie that we have done.
Other than none of it makes any sense?
Yeah, but not any more so than any other movie we've had.
You're going to make somebody sit through like an hour and a half of driving in a car?
I kind of like, honestly, I kind of liked that about. I kind of liked the slowness. I enjoyed the character interplay. I was not bored watching it. Here's the thing. For a movie that is so much just two people sitting in a car.
3.
Sure, but who cares about the kid?
Oh, jeez.
I was a lot less bored watching it than I have been watching other movies we have done where there are many more locations
Name
and
one.
much more going on.
Name one.
Black Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
I'd put this comfortably in the top 5 movies.
Top
we've done.
5?
Top 5.
Wow.
Like, I think it might be a better movie than My Chauffeur, but I wouldn't personally put it above My Chauffeur.
We should do, at some point, we need to do a ranking episode.
Yeah.
Like a quick 15-minute,
Sure.
here's my ranking versus your ranking and why you're wrong.
Yeah, well, we will absolutely have to do. Now, you realize that that's going to require you to remember some of these movies.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look back at stuff.
Yeah. You might have to, and I know this is a radical idea.
Watch the show.
You might have to watch the show.
I probably will at that point.
Whoa!
I probably will.
That
I'm-
is
I'm
crazy.
Committed to do it, to do a ranking because I'm interested.
Okay, well,
I want to know.
I'd want to know. I didn't think you'd be that interested, but I am writing this down.
Yeah, I would need some time, like more time than usual. I would need
Sure.
a while.
Right.
Like end of the year type thing.
Right. And maybe that's what we'll do.
All right.
We will see. But that's right. For loyal Bad Movie Brothers viewers, look forward to a special, hotly contested, I'm sure, ranking episode of Bad Movie Brothers.
I really am the only one. It doesn't matter to me what they think. I care.
Oh, yeah. No, there is literally no one.
Right.
Do you have anything else to say?
Not that I care about.
Well, that is going to do it for Cohen and Tate. Thank you all so much for watching.
Yeah, bye-bye.
We'll be back next time with more bad movies and a list episode someday.
Yeah. Watch it.